Hey there, YouTube friends. Mass Bandit here with another episode of Conifer Slopes. This is Conifer Slopes, episode 10. 10! We made double digits! Yeah! Woo! Double digits. It's kind of a big deal for me, you know. Seeing something through to 10 whole episodes. That's pretty cool. Well, I think it's cool at least. Yeah, so welcome into episode 10, and hopefully you notice something a little better. Hopefully you notice the quality of my voice has improved dramatically. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. My brand new Blue Yeti microphone came in today, and I spent the whole afternoon and evening setting it up and testing it and troubleshooting it and trying to get the absolute best sound quality I can for someone who has absolutely no idea what they're doing. So hopefully you notice a much smoother, much calmer, much jazzier Mass Bandit for your viewing and listening pleasures. Okay, that was kind of weird. I'm sorry. Anyway, I really am excited, and I think it's gonna just make things nicer. So, we're here in Category 5's queue, just kind of watching it go every now and again, watching it launch. Today is kind of a catch-all. Episode 10 kind of feels like a good time to kind of take stock of where we're at and where we want to go, and so you're going to see a lot of kind of raw work today, plopping rides, plopping bricks to kind of get ideas of where we're going. And by the end of the video, we do start detailing some stuff. I do a little bit of detailing in really random areas. There's a lot of empty spots that need filling up. It's the nitty-gritty work, so that's what this episode is kind of starting to lean towards. By the end of the episode, it's going to look like we still have a lot to do, and we do. But I'd like to finish this Category 5 area up, including the few rides we plop down, plus more shops. And then I would like to put the park up for download for anybody that wants to poke around on their own. So that's kind of, I guess, the long-term plan, the kind of meta, discussion here. So with that being said, I think it's time for the time lapse. So thanks so much for being here. Sit back, relax, and enjoy, and I will see you on the other side of this cut. Alright, so the very first thing that I wanted to do in this episode was to finish this goofy gift shop that we lost once because of an autosave that didn't. #C episode 9. And I like this version. I think in the end I like the original version better, and there's really not much I can do other than watch my own video and try and replicate, and I didn't really want to do that. So I just went ahead and finished what we had as far as the interior that we built in the live stream. I know some of these little pieces that I'm throwing around don't necessarily fit the theme, but they do a good enough job of filling up the interior, and I think that was what is important. We're gonna go ahead and call this shop the exact same thing we did, and that's the calm. I figured it's the calm after the storm. Get it? Yeah, I thought so. I thought I was clever. If you didn't, shut up. Well, no, don't shut up. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know the drill. Anyway, I tried a little bit here to make some waves, because that wall looked way too flat. And then I ended up just adding a little overhang and some windows and call it a day. And then the same thing on this side, just a little windows. This area is very barren, and I want to come back in another episode and kind of add some trees, add some planters, make it not look like a friggin' wasteland. Because to be fair, it's kind of what it looks like. I think, at least. Maybe you think it looks great, in which case you're totally right. Don't worry about it. It looks great. Getting the paths to look natural with the actual in-game paths compared to the custom ones, aka the roofs down low. That's what we're working on here, and I kind of like this kind of freeform path thing here, or this freeform planter. There's nothing there except that the plants kind of outline where the path is, and I kind of dig that. I'm not sure how frequently we're going to use that idea, but yeah. So, and then it's just a matter of the back of the house, the back of the shop. The thing about this kind of shop, where the exit of a ride, exits directly into a gift shop, is you have to think about the shop from multiple angles. It's not a facade. You can't just worry about the front. You got to worry about the front and the back, and just how much are people going to actually see of this shop. And this one in particular, I think we see most of it. I think it's most of the faces are within view of the piece, so you gotta pay extra careful attention. And as you can see, there's lots of different angles, lots of different sub-buildings in this actual building. And then it's just a matter of closing off the fence there. And then I realized I needed to replace the entire fence, or not replace, but I needed to actually put in the fence on the complete other side. And it makes this really long, narrow, fenced-in corridor. It feels like something out of like Jurassic Park or something with the fences there. I don't know. Like it's weird, but I kind of like it. Like there's something about it that I'm like, yeah, I dig that. Kind of industrial claustrophobia kind of thing, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that. So that's what's going on there. And then I kind of was looking for something to do, I guess, and I didn't really want to start in on the new area. So I decided to work on the backstage area over here by the Om Nom Nom Bakery. And so that's what we're doing here. And I wanted a way to have the backstage area connect to the train, and I wanted to connect it to the retaining wall, and I wanted to just complete this little corner. It's too small for a shop or a ride, but it needed some TLC, and so that's what we're doing. We're throwing in some plants and obviously some plants. It's basically all we're throwing in are some plants, but either way, plants and planters, and it's amazing how something so small like a little planter like that and some fencing can really make the area feel completed. Make it feel like, yeah, that's totally what's supposed to go there. I do have to say, good job to Frontier in their most recent their second most recent, the big April update. Not the one that just dropped with the terrain, scenery intersection, and the new flat. No. The one where they added a whole bunch of new pieces and stuff like that. The April update. Their fences, I really like the fences they've added in the game. I thought it was really, really nice. And this is a technique, trying to make a little path here, kind of the idea of a path without actually building a path. And I learned that from our bro guest from Silverette, and I didn't do it as nicely as he did. So I said, screw that, and we don't use it. And instead I try to terraform and put in a little path. And what I end up with works from afar, but when you go up close, it really doesn't look so great. It's really not awesome. So when the park is up for download, please don't go look at that. And then here's kind of where the title of this episode came in. This episode, like I said, was called Raw, whatever, I forget. But anyway, this is a very raw episode. We're kind of blocking out the future here. We're planning where we want the rides and body of water. There's always been a few bodies of water in Conifer Slopes, and I kind of want to try to be better about making it feel more natural and less like, okay, there's a lake over here and then there's a lake over here and let's just randomly have a river connect them, because that's how it felt in the first version, and I don't think I ever got far enough in any of the other versions to, actually make it legit. So anyway, that ride there, and I forget what the game calls it, and I can't see from here, but that flat ride there, that's been in every single Conifer Slopes park, and this is the 4th version. I think that's kind of cool. It's called Excel or Excess, and depending on the version, I'm not sure which way we're going to go. We'll probably go Excel. That's a cool flat ride. I've never been on one. Flats, to be honest, aren't my jam. They're not my most favorite thing in the world. But yeah, I mean, they look cool, and they're quite a presence, and it fits with this whole industrial vibe. I think it does. I think that flat fits real well with this whole vibe we've got going on in this area. And you can also see I did a lot of path work here. I realized how spaced out this area was and how wide the paths were, because I guess I should have opened the coaster and let people through so I could see relative to the peeps how big this area is, because it's freaking massive. Like, it's absolutely huge. And it's a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. And so this whole transition from the train station, or from the train tracks into Category 5 is going to be a lot different than the original versions. Just because the way the game works, there's just the scale of the game required this area to be much bigger than I originally anticipated. And actually what really saved me is that little path I just put in right there to kind of kind of frame the swing ride there in paths. That really made it much easier. And now I know where I'm going. As soon as I put that path in, I was like, yeah, that's what's happening. And then for the rest of this video, I do believe it is just detailing this flat. Once we got the 3 flats for this area in, the Orbit, is that what it's called? Or the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, they call it the Enterprise. But that ride, and then the chairs, and then the one that's going to be Excel. Once those 3 are in, we go ahead and we start detailing. And I thought the swing ride would be a great one to detail. It's a family ride, obviously, and I wanted to use these great fences, and this whole picket fence idea just kind of struck me as kind of perfect for this ride. It's a cute little quaint family ride that's in most parks, and I don't know, it just felt right. One of the struggles I did have with this, though, is laying a custom pad down. I have a hard time with it, because, you can't change the squares. I guess I'd have to use a different material. I probably would have to put a different material down. And as you can see, I decided to say screw it and just keep going with the fences. Because if they look good around the perimeter of the ride, why won't they look good encompassing the whole queue? And so with that, you're going to see a station house. You're going to see some queue cover. And then I'm going to work on a custom sign. And I want your thoughts on that sign. How easy is it to read? What's going on? Do you like it? Is it something that needs some more work? I'm asking because I think I know what the answer is. I just want to hear it from some of you. If a bunch of you are like, no, it's great, best sign ever, then we'll just let it be. But if some of you aren't so sure on it, let me know. I can handle it. So anyway. I'm gonna let the time lapse kind of go, and I'm gonna do my little slant out here, and enjoy the rest of this beautiful time lapse. And I hope you enjoy the sound quality. I know I talked about it in the intro, but I'm so happy with this microphone. I think it's so great. Oh my god, so great. Anyway. Enjoy the music, enjoy the rest of the video, and at the end, don't forget there's always some cinematics. If you liked this video and you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm in summer break now. It just started, and so that means for the next 6 weeks, you can expect a lot more videos. I'm gonna push for 2 a week, which doesn't sound like that many more when you consider some of the other YouTubers. But for me, that's a lot. So, expect some added content on the channel, both Planet Coaster-wise and City Skyline-wise, if that's your jam. So, if you haven't subscribed, now would be a great time to do that, because you can expect some more stuff coming, and we can get to know each other a little bit better. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I'm real active on there, and again, summer, I'll be even more active on Twitter. Let's talk, let's chat. I stream occasionally on Thursdays at Twitch, Mass Bandit 102. Hit the notification bell if you really like what's going on here, and you can be sure to be up to date with everything that happens on the channel. That's enough self-promotion. I'm going to let the rest of the video roll. Enjoy, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. Have yourself a great day, a great night, a great whatever. And I will see you the next time for the next episode of Conifer Slopes. Deuces.